I'm here tonight with Steve Griggs. Halloween's on its way. What did you do for Halloween as a kid? What did you?
Well, as kids, we I grew up with the Cherokee religion, so Cherokees really don't celebrate Halloween, but we did like all the rest of the kids in the U.S., I guess, and most of them anyway. We went out and tried to get some candy. You know, we lived out in the country most of my young life, so it was kind of far from house to house. But sometimes Mom and Dad would take us down to town, you know, and visit friends or whatever, and then we'd hook up with some of their kids and go out and see if we could sack up some candy, you know, knock on doors. Sometimes we'd take a pillowcase with us if we could sneak a pillowcase out and try to fill that baby up, you know, get all the candy we could. About like everybody else, I guess.
Okay. Did you take music in school?
Yes, I did. I took saxophone, matter of fact, I think in 5th and 6th grade. And then I tried out for choir or chorus, I think it was one of the two. And the teacher told me that I couldn't sing, so might as well forget about that. But later on, I went ahead and took a jazz band and choir, you know, when I was in high school.
Okay. When was your first performance?
My first public performance, you know, like I say, we friends would come over to our house on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, or we'd go to their house almost every Sunday. And somebody, you know, we were at somebody's house or our own, and other friends would come over every Sunday. So after Sunday dinner, everybody would sit around and play music, you know, like country people do. You know, a couple of my uncles played guitar, and some family friends played guitar, and my mom played piano some. So I had another uncle played fiddle, so we'd sit around after Sunday dinner, and play music, you know, just in the living room. But my first actual public performance was, I think I was in like 6th or 7th grade. They were having a concert at our school, and during that concert, I asked them if I could go and practice with this little band I had got together, if I could practice in this other building. So we did that, and my mom and dad had to come and chaperone us for me to use the building. So that was cool. And so many of the kids were coming from the other concert over to listen to us that I think it was the vice principal or the principal came down and asked me if I would move my little setup over there to the main stage, you might say, to the auditorium where they were having a concert, and asked me if I'd come over there and play and sing. So I did, and that was my first real public performance where all the people, you know, was out there in the audience and everything. That was a blast. That threw me on country music. I had to play music after that, you know.
What's the difference between outlaw country and regular country music?
Well, as you know, country music has fragmented into several different categories or subcategories or whatever. What everybody used to refer to country music was known as, you know, people like Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, and, you know, all them kind of guys. Johnny Cash, of course, and a whole bunch that, you know, I'm not naming here, but like Johnny Paycheck and all them guys were all country music. Now they're called traditional country or classic country or Ameripolitan or something like that. And the country music now is played by Luke Bryan and all those guys, the younger guys. So the country music has fragmented, and so when the outlaw music actually came from when Willie and Waylon and those guys, David Allan Coe, left Nashville and didn't want to conform with the tradition of recording in Nashville with all the guys in suits telling them what to do. So they came out here to Austin, and that's what really outlaw country was. It wasn't because you was an outlaw or anything like that. It was just you were outlaw to the tradition of, Nashville music, So they call my stuff outlaw country music because I did 22 years in prison. So they said, man, you're an outlaw. You fit outlaw country music. And I said, well, call it whatever you want. It's just country music to me. But that's the difference in outlaw country and regular country is the outlaw music really back in the late 60s, early 70s when Willie and Waylon moved out of Nashville and came back out here to Austin, Texas. That's the only difference. It's still the same music.
Okay. Do you have any albums? And do you have any co-writes?
No, I don't. I haven't till this point co-written anything. The record label that I signed with down in Austin wants me to do some co-writing, but all the stuff that I have out right now is all written by me. Like Forward to Bakersfield. All of those songs I wrote, and I named it that because that was a trip I took one time from Fort Worth to Bakersfield, and going out there to check out the country music on that scene out there,
Who would you like to open up for in 2017?
Who would I like to open up for? Man, there's so many, I'll tell you. I'd like to open for, of course, guys like Willie and unfortunately, Merle Haggard's not around anymore. I would have loved to open for him, but he's not around anymore. Jim Lauderdale. I know Jim. Jim's a great guy. He plays good country music, even though they call it Americana now, and he does some bluegrass, quite a bit of bluegrass stuff. But he wrote some songs for George Strait and a whole bunch of other people. Great songwriter. I'd like to open for him. Just any of them that do my type of country music, I'd like to open for.
Where can people go and see your videos, music, and tour dates?
Well, they can go to like Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Steve Griggs Band on Facebook, Twitter, or you can go to stevegrigsband.com. That's my website. It has tour dates and everything on there. It has a little bit of merchandise on there that we sell and all that. Has my whole story on there and all. So you can go to stevegrigsband.com. Go to Steve Griggs Band on Facebook, Steve Griggs Band on Reverb Nation, iTunes, Spotify, any of that kind of stuff. I'm on just about everything, I think. Okay. Keeps me busy.
Thanks for doing the interview and being on the show tonight.
You bet. My pleasure, Rich. I enjoy it.